Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is my second and probably final PAX vlog. I got a lot of positive feedback from the first vlog. They were like, do more, do more, do more. So I thought, give the people what they want, right? That's how it works. First I want to thank Gamma Labs or Gamma Gamers. You guys have probably heard me talk about them before. They flew me out there, they put up my hotel room, and it means a lot to me. Astro Gaming gave me my PAX ticket. So without people like that, none of it could be possible. I did talk about Gamma Labs and this contest they're running, a chance to hang out with me, get flown out, etc. I'll link that video. It was the same one with the microwave soap. But let's talk about PAX. So in my last vlog, I talked about, I'm sorry, I'm getting hoarse. In my last vlog, I talked about a possible role with Dunkus. So that was pretty neat, right? So Dunkus had been following up with me, yeah, fight me at PAX, fight me at PAX. And it's all in good fun, right? Dunkus and I get along great. But he wanted to roll. He was a wrestler, I was a grappler, and we were going to give it a go. And what was neat is, I hung out with Joe Lozon most of the weekend, and Joe had complete confidence in me, complete confidence in me. And I'm here scratching my head this guy looks like a character from Street Fighter, right? And Joe's like, doesn't matter, you're going to smash him. And I'm like, you saw him, right? And he's like, doesn't matter. He's got no subs. He's got no subs. How can he possibly win? And there is something to be said for his line of thinking. He doesn't have submissions like I do. And wrestlers oftentimes, that wrestlers can be great grapplers. They make the transition to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu quickly. But until they make that transition, a lot of times they give up arms and necks and stuff like that as a total gift. And I'm not saying I'm going to crush the guy, but I wouldn't bet against me either. I like my odds. So Joe scheduled a gym that was 10 minutes away from PAX, and we were gonna make it go. So I was kind of keeping my eye out for Dunkus all day long, and I eventually spotted him towards the end of the day. And I'm like, all right, Dunkus, we got a gym, we got mats, we're gonna roll. It's just 10 minutes from here. And he's like, no, I feel sick. And I'm like, you feel sick? And he's like, yeah, I'm terrible. My stomach is hurt. I'm this and that. And I'm like, perfect. Let's do it. Today's the day. And he's like, oh, I'll throw up all over you. And I'm thinking in my head, dude, if you throw up all over me, I'm counting that as a tap. That's a win. But in the end, he's like, no. So I went for kind of a single leg right there on the PAX convention floor, and he was slow to react, and he kind of backed up and bumped into a sign, which started to fall apart. And that was my cue that he wasn't down. He wasn't suddenly all right, you talked me into it. It was more oh no, don't do this. And when that's the mindset a guy has, then I don't roll, right? I'm not there to pick on anyone. I'm there to roll with people who are interested in rolling. So so that's how that went down, and I never rolled with Dunkus. I'm sorry, I wish I had, but what are you gonna do? It's all in good fun. We'll see if, so far, I'm looking at you, Dunkus, baby. In LA, you weren't down. In Boston, you weren't down. At some point, you have to either be down for this, or you have to stop asking for it. One of those two things must be true. But whatever, it's all in good fun. I played a couple of games. I'm going to do other videos on Borderlands 2 and Far Cry, because those are the games I got the most time on. I didn't play Assassin's Creed, but what are you going to do? I didn't catch every game there. There's lots of lines and stuff. Although sometimes I was able to talk my way to the front of the lines. I'd be like, hey, I'm Woody's Gamertag, I have this channel, etc., etc. And they would treat me like they treat media, which is pretty neat. And I guess it sort of makes sense. I think I have some of the same reach that a media outlet might get. So, a guy from Borderlands who hears that, they're like, oh yeah, we'd love to have you talk about our game. So that's what I do. But so that was PAX. I spent most of the days just with Joe, wandering the convention floors, and at night I hung out with FPS Kyle. So and FPS Kyle brought a girlfriend of his, and then we hung out together and had dinner and stuff like that. On the final night, we had two dinners. We went to this fondue place called Melting Pot, and Melting Pot wasn't really my favorite. I don't know, it was yucky food, and I don't like beer cheese. Whose idea was beer cheese? Do people like that? It tasted like beer and cheese put together. Who would have guessed? And then the kitty hadn't eaten yet, so she called while we were on our third course or something, and Kyle's like, if you wait a little bit, we'll have a second dinner, we're hobbits or something. And so then we went to this big steakhouse and ate there, and that was pretty cool. So it was a really good time at PAX. It was neat, and I guess coming back, like as I remember, like what I remembered from PAX, right? Like it wasn't the games or the convention floor or the cosplay or stuff like that. It was the time I spent with my friends, and that to me is one of the neatest things about the convention. It's really why a lot of the different YouTubers go, to go and hang out with other guys and talk to them. One of the I'm still circling back to the Dunkus thing. Like in my head, I was like, man, I don't know how this thing's gonna work out. And for some people, that's like instant defeat. They walk into it not sure. That's not how I'm wired. Like I've walked into plenty of competitions where I'm like, whatever. But then as soon as the bell rings or the buzzer sounds or whatever, I give it 100% and it works out like it works out. But it was neat to have Joe there with like full confidence in me, like you're gonna smash them, this and that, made me feel better. Like everybody needs a Joe in their life. Everybody needs somebody on their side to be like, yeah, I'm in your corner, unequivocally. This is it, and that was like meaningful to me. And I want to give that to somebody else, who's on the edge or something, and be like, look, you and I, same team, period. No questions. So anyway, thanks, Joe. I appreciate that. So that's my second vlog from PAX. Like I said, I'll be talking about a couple of the games I saw there in more detail. I wanted to talk about Borderlands over Borderlands footage because one time I talked about Black Ops over Modern Warfare 3 footage and people didn't like that. So anyway, I'll get some of that cooking. I've actually played a lot of Borderlands 1 and then just a half hour Borderlands 2, which isn't out yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. There'll be more stuff coming as a result of the PAX conference. And have a good day.